Everybody, welcome back to Wicked Sports. This is Bayou Breakdown. We're joined, as always, by Jack Tiernan. Jack, I'm not even going to ask how you're doing. I assume you're doing quite well.
I am. All things considered, I can't complain, right?
Yeah.
We're doing all right.
I mean, the Saints have had a rough go of it the last couple of months, ever since Jameis Winston went down against these very same Buccaneers, as it were. But yesterday really shocked the world.
Man, shocked everybody except for Drew Brees on that broadcasting team.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man. Hey, I look again. I'm cool with it. Don't get me wrong. It was ugly, but I'm cool with it.
Yeah, so I guess let's break it down. Obviously, the defense is the story here. The Saints, other than that one playoff game, we're gonna forget about that. Pretend that shit did not happen. Um, the Saints owned Tom Brady in the regular season.
100%.
What did he do defensively that every other team seemingly can't do?
There are a lot of things that I could point to, but I don't know what it comes down to. I think honestly, it's just the personnel selection.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's just the guys that end up coming up against him and him not being able to read, like I guess what the defense is doing. We have like Jamal Adams Light and C.J. Gardner Johnson,
Right.
who's I love C.J.
Mm-hmm.
And there are a couple of videos of him just absolutely like taunting Brady essentially.
Mm-hmm.
Um, like it's just again, it's personnel. Like I don't know if it's the middle linebackers dropping into coverage. I don't know if it's the constant pressure that Brady gets. Like I don't know if it's our D line that
Mm-hmm.
could get to him. But he looked like crap yesterday. Like he looked not good.
In both of the games this season, he looked like crap. He
Yeah,
looked like
true,
he didn't know what
true.
was going on. Very
Yeah,
un-Brady like. But yeah, obviously, great job. And great job, the defensive coordinator there was the head coach last night because Sean Payton couldn't be there. And so he had a night. I mean, he did get cussed out by Tom Brady, but he had the last laugh.
of course he had the last laugh because at that point it was already 9-0 anyway, and he
Mm-hmm.
probably was laughing when Brady ran away from him. Yeah, I mean Dennis Allen, man, he looked great with that headset on. I don't know if Sean Payton's gonna relegate some defensive play calling to
Mm-hmm.
him. But like, man, that was fun to watch from a defensive perspective. I hated it when the Saints were on offense, but otherwise we're fine.
All right, well, all right. Let's go there then. Yes.
Want to?
So
I don't.
as good as good as they were on defense, they were almost as bad on offense. It would seem. What was happening there, Jack?
Pitiful. I think it's a classic case of Taysom Hill is a run first quarterback,
Mm-hmm.
and you have probably one of, if not the top three, run defenses in the league. Right? Their D line is they stop runs. That's what they do.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously the pairing of forcing Taysom to throw with that brace on his finger, plus him already not being a very accurate deep ball passer, pretty much anything past 10 yards is like
Mm-hmm.
50-50.
Hey, he had one in this game. Looked real nice
Did
to number.
Galloway? Yeah,
Yeah, number one. Right. That was a nice
that's
pass. It was good.
pretty. There were a couple that you would see later on in the game, right, where he would throw it and then the receiver actually would have to stop and double back to come get it, and you're like, oh, that's not pretty.
That's never good.
And like,
That's
no,
some like Thanksgiving football. You're playing with someone who's never really thrown a football before. Like that's
yeah,
not
and you're
what
like,
you want
oh,
to see.
geez, like,
Yeah.
yeah, and of course the corner's gonna blow coverage because you have to stop and come back, and it's unless you're running a curl or like a
Mhm.
sluggo, like we, like I don't know, man, like it's weird. It wasn't pretty. I didn't like watching that.
No, no, but they scored 9 points, and in this game, that was enough to get it done. I mean, we were talking last night during the game that they had to take points wherever they could get it, and it ended up being enough. Usually not enough to beat this Buccaneers
No,
team, but it was tonight. So I guess going forward, two straight wins here, Jack. One against the defending champs. That's pretty big. Well, how are you feeling about the Saints going forward?
I mean, oh, how am I feeling? I'll be honest with you. I think it really comes down to who is like whatever team has a good run defense. I don't think we're
Mm-hmm.
gonna be able to beat. If it comes to like a good passing defense, great, we can beat them on the ground.
Sure.
Um, I think the receiving core is still too depleted to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
And again, now you have Taysom. Again, no offense to Taysom, but like he's not a throwing first quarterback,
Mm-hmm.
and he shouldn't be because he would be very bad if he was. So he has to salvage what he can, with his legs. So anything against like a team that has a bad run D, I think we have a shot at. Overall, I think just get us through the season, and we can, reevaluate what's going on in 2022.
That's fair. I think the pieces are there for a contending team. They're obviously great last season. I mean, they've been great
Yeah.
for what, like 4, 5 seasons in a row, winning the NFC South. So
I think
the
four, yeah.
defense is lights out. I like you said, we need to get the Saints a quarterback. We need this Taysom Hill experiment. It's not working.
It's fun. It's
It's
fun for a
fun.
little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah, and now it's not. So let's stop.
yeah. We'll see with it. But yeah, I mean, any more thoughts on this one?
No, it was an ugly game, man. Like I'm just glad that we got out of it with a dub. I don't think. I mean, if we make the playoffs, it'll definitely be as a wild card. I don't even know if we'll make it out of that game. It just. I think that's more, if anything, as more homage to the defense because they're elite. But that's it. Certainly on the offensive side of the ball, the only bright spot, who wasn't even a bright spot this last game, was Alvin Kamara, and that's really it. So
Yeah, he
that
looks
was
like he's coming back from injury. He looks, a little slow, a little there. Mark Ingram got nothing done. He's
also
running
bad.
into
Yeah,
brick walls last night. It was
yeah.
not looking good. But
Game
yeah,
game looked pretty bad.
it was fun to watch as someone who didn't have skin in the game. It was like a
True.
very defensive struggle, which I enjoy watching. But yeah, I'm sure you were on the edge of your seat up until that last Buccaneers drive where they turned it over on downs.
Yep. On fourth, yep, and then that was good. I enjoyed watching that. Again, being from New England and being a Saints fan, like you love to see Tom Brady struggle against your team, especially. So
Yeah.
it's fun.
Yeah, I mean, I think for all, well, I mean, especially a Dolphins fan like myself, I don't have any love lost for Tom Brady. But
No,
I think
no.
most NFL fans at this point, anytime we can get a game where Tom Brady looks like shit, we're like,
Oh
okay,
man.
yes, I'm into this.
Oh yeah,
Because,
he is human, right?
yeah, he's terrorized all of us for years. It's been rough.
20 plus, right? Like,
Yeah.
please stop. We did it last night, so it's
Mhm.
nice. That's the one redemption we have, I guess.
Yeah. And last week you asked if this was for the Saints, and it just happened. But today
I
this
didn't
is
even pick up
very
on it.
intentional for the Saints. Get the
Hey,
gold, the
you're up.
black. It was a good game, and I was happy to watch it. So next week we got Saints and Dolphins Monday Night Football. That should be fun.
Oh man.
We'll see if the Dolphins can keep their 6-game winning streak alive. I think the Saints defense is probably going to be one of the better defenses that they've had to play.
Yeah.
Probably the best defense they've had to play in this run of games. I'm not saying they've been beating up on cupcakes, but I mean the Texans, the Jets, Giants, Panthers, not the best teams in the world.
No, for
Um,
sure.
So we'll see. It should be fun. I don't know if we'll do a combined or just Miami Minute. We'll do something
All right,
between
we'll
the
figure it
two
out.
shows. But
It'll be good.
yeah, a Bayou Minute, something like that. I don't
Oh,
know,
I like that. Like,
but
what do you think?
it'll be good. And yeah, other than that, anything you want to add?
Oh, that's it. I think looking forward to that game for sure.
Yes, should be fun. Monday Night Football will be nice. Will be nice to watch football on Sunday without really caring about
Yeah,
what
that's the
happens.
truth.
Other than if we can get some AFC teams to fucking lose, that playoff picture is so crowded in the AFC. I don't know
It's
if you've been paying
so
attention. There's
yeah, it's
literally
all up in the air.
yeah, there's what 16 teams and 13 of them are still alive for the playoffs right now. It's messed up.
Yeah, it's
But
insane. I mean, there is honestly hope for the Dolphins, and I hate to say this to get your hopes up, right? There's hope for them to win the AFC East, right? Like
yeah,
there's a
well,
good shot.
I'm like, oh, they could for sure
Right,
if
right. I
the
mean,
Pats lose to whoever they're playing this upcoming week and then lose to the Bills. That last week could be for the division. So if that's the case, I
good.
expect them to blow it in week
Never
18
mind.
to break my heart. That's kind of what I've been mentally preparing myself for, Jack, is they're going to win out until the last game where they're going to blow it to the Patriots, and it's not even going to be a close game. And I'm just going to be like, I don't know why I watch football. I don't know why I even like sports.
There's hey, the Miami Miracle Part 2, right? It's on its way. I have faith.
I mean,
So
if they pulled off making the playoffs after starting 1-7. I think that'd be the Miami Miracle
God.
in itself. Like, it's been a ride.
Yeah.
I've enjoyed it, and yeah, we'll talk about it this next week because they play the Saints. Jack, where can they find you online?
Place to find me is on Twitter, and that's at Jack_Tiernan. I'll have NFL takes, NBA takes all the time coming up on there.
Awesome. Go follow him there. You can follow me on Twitter at @TheFakeMeMore. That's BMARR. This channel is on Twitter at WickedGoodSports. The main channel is on Twitter at WGEverything, Instagram WickedGoodEverything, Twitch.tv/WickedGoodEverything, and on TikTok, search WickedGoodEverything, search WickedGoodSports. This is, of course, YouTube.com/WickedGoodSports now. Please subscribe. Just because we hit 100 doesn't mean we don't want more. We're greedy like that, right, Jack?
Obviously, of course.
All right. Thank you so much for your time.
Thanks, Brian. Take care.
We'll see you all in the next one.